MPEG, and we have discussed about the MPEG coder and decoder. Today we are going to discuss about the DVB, which is nothing but digital video broadcast system. That is, DVB is nothing but digital video broadcasting system, and DVB is nothing but an internationally accepted open standard for digital TV. So this is a set of internationally open standard for digital TV, and there are three types of DVB or three standards for DVB: DVB-S, DVB-C, and DVB-T. These are the main three standards for DVB, which is digital video broadcasting system. Here S stands for satellite, and C stands for cable, and T stands for terrestrial. That is, here the transmission is through satellite, here the transmission is through cable, and here the transmission is through the terrestrial transmission. So DVB is a set of internationally open standard for digital television. The internationally accepted open standard ആണ് DVB. അതിലെ digital video broadcasting system എന്ന് പറയും. അതിൽ three types ഉണ്ട്: DVB-S, which means DVB satellite system. There are two types: DVB-S ഉണ്ട്, DVB-S2 ഉണ്ട്. ഇതൊരു second generation ആണ്, which support HD TV ആണ്. അതായത് ഹൈ ഡെഫിനിഷൻ നല്ല ക്വാളിറ്റി ഉള്ള പിക്ചർ ആയിരിക്കും ഈ സാറ്റലൈറ്റ് ട്രാൻസ്മിഷനിൽ നമുക്ക് അച്ചീവ് ചെയ്യാം. HD quality is provided by second generation. And cable, നമുക്കറിയാം ഈ കേബിളിൽ ഹിയർ ഇൻ സാറ്റലൈറ്റിൽ എക്സാമ്പിൾ ആണ് DTH ആണ്. നമുക്ക് സെറ്റപ്പ് ബോക്സ് ഉപയോഗിച്ചിട്ട് DTH വഴി കിട്ടുന്നതാണ് നമ്മൾ DVB-S. കേബിൾ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ അതായത് DVB-C നോർമൽ ക്വാളിറ്റി ആണ്. ആൻഡ് വി ഹാവ് another second generation for cable which was DVB-C2. അത് HD. കേബിൾ നമ്മൾക്കറിയാം, for cable there are two types: DVB-C and DVB-C2. And DVB-C2 is the second generation, and it supports HD quality. And this next is DVB-T, which is terrestrial. This is an older type of transmission ആണ്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ reception ആണ്. Here we use T antenna. അതായത് T antenna യൂസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ള ട്രാൻസ്മിഷൻ ആണ് DVB-T. ആൻഡ് ഇതിൽ DVB-T ഉണ്ട് ആൻഡ് DVB-T2, which is the second generation. ഈ DVB-T-യിൽ we can see only one channel, and that was Doordarshan at that time. അതായത് there were no option to change channel, only one channel was available in DVB-T, that was Doordarshan. And in DVB-T2 is the second generation, in which we can see 3 or more channels without internet or without dish. അതായത് ഡിഷും ഇല്ല ഇന്റർനെറ്റും ഇല്ലാണ്ട് നമുക്ക് 3 or more അല്ലെങ്കിൽ 1 or 3 ചാനൽസ് DVB-T2 അവൈലബിൾ ആയിരുന്നു. ആൻഡ് ഇൻ DVB-T only one channel was available, that is Doordarshan. So these are the DVB standard, DVB satellite, that is through DTH system, DVB cable, that is through cable system, and DVB terrestrial. It was used in the past, and it used antenna, T antenna system, and there were two generations, DVB-S, which provide normal quality, and DVB-S2, which is the second generation, which provide high definition quality. And in DVB, going on to the DVB-C, there were two generations, DVB-C and C2, same and normal quality, and second generation provided HD high definition quality. And going on to the last, which is DVB-T, that is DVB terrestrial, which provided in DVB-T only one channel we were able to watch, that was Doordarshan, and DVB-T2 more than two channels, more than one or three channels we can see, and there were no use of internet or dish in DVB-T2. These are the three internationally accepted DVB standards, and DVB is nothing but a set of internationally open standard for digital TV. So ഇത്രയും മനസ്സിലായെന്ന് വിചാരിക്കുന്നു. അതായത് ഡിജിറ്റൽ വീഡിയോ ബ്രോഡ്കാസ്റ്റിംഗ് സിസ്റ്റം, അതിലുള്ള 3 സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡ്സ് ആണ് DVB-Sഉം DVB-Cയും DVB-Tയും, സാറ്റലൈറ്റും കേബിളും ടെറസ്ട്രിയലും. ഇനി ഒരു DVBന്റെ ട്രാൻസ്മിറ്റർ സൈഡ് എങ്ങനെയാ നോക്കാം. Here we have an MPEG coding. Which is given to a splitter. In which splitter divide into two, high definition TV and SDTV, which is given to a packet identification. Which is given to the first encoder. First interleaver. Second encoder. Second interleaver. It is given to a modulator for data bits, and this SDTV output is given to blocks for SDTV. House output is given to this. The output is given to an OFDM. That guard band insertion. And final modulation. This the antenna. So this is the DVB or digital video broadcasting system transmitter. Here first MPEG coding is the first block, whose output is given to a splitter. Splitter output is two output, that is HDTV and SDTV. SDTV is given for packet identification, and it is passed through the first encoder, followed by first interleaver, followed by second encoder and second interleaver, and that bit is given for the modulation for data bit, whose output is given to an OFDM. for frequency division multiplexing, and followed by guard band insertion, and followed by final modulation. And the SDTV output is given again through the modulator for data bits, OFDM, guard bit insertion, followed by a final modulation. And this is our antenna, transmitting antenna. So here, first is the MPEG coding. The analog video and audio signals are sampled and quantized and converted into binary stream, which are then compressed and multiplexed using MPEG-2 technique. Here, we know there are MPEG 1, 2, 4, 7 followed by 21 standards. Here we are using MPEG-2 standard for compression. That is analog video. First we are analog video and audio signal. First we are sampling the analog video and quantizing the analog video and audio signal and converted them into binary stream. So the input is binary stream of data which are compressed and which are multiplexed, which are compressed by MPEG-2 technique, and the output is given to a splitter. Out of the MPEG block, it is fed to a splitter. It separates them into two data streams. The SDTV signal, which is stronger than SDTV signal. This SDTV signal is stronger than SDTV signal. Hence, if the signal strength for SDTV at the receiver is weak, it is due to the distance, the user can switch to SDTV. That is, this SDTV splitter split the MPEG compressed signal into two types, that is SDTV and SDTV. Compared to both this, SDTV is stronger than SDTV. So, the user can switch to SDTV. That is, SDTV signal weak at the receiving side weak, user can switch to SDTV. That is, high definition TV signal weak, user can switch to SDTV. That is splitter. Splitter is nothing but splitter splits the output from the MPEG, that is compressed binary streams in the split divide SDTV SDTV. SDTV is stronger than HDTV, and hence if transmission reception side if HDTV weak, user can switch to this SDTV. And next is the packet identification, which is this block. So the MPEG stream consists of a sequence of packets. This block identifies the packet and decolorites the sequence of byte for preventing burst error in the stream. So what this does is, it identifies the packet. Packet identify adine decorrelate to avoid burst error. Packet identification identifies the packet and decolorate the sequence in the packet. That is, packet nathu kochu sequence undam, sequence of binary streams, allengi binary bits in the sequence undam. Aa packet nathulla sequence of streams ne decorrelate to avoid burst error. Burst error avoid cheyan vendittu adine decolorate. That is what packet identification does. Then it is passed through the first encoder, then first interleaver, second encoder for encoding, second interleaver. Then it's passed through the modulator for data bits. First modulation is done here, and it's passed through an OFDM, which is nothing but orthogonal frequency division multiplier or multiplexing. This modulates the sequence of blocks coming from this output, that is this OFDM modulate the sequence of block using 2K, 4K or 8K carrier. OFDM is nothing but orthogonal frequency division multiplexing. This modulate the carrier or this modulate the data bits using 4K, 2K, 4K, 8K carrier ഉപയോഗിച്ചിട്ട് ഇത് modulate ചെയ്യും. The subcarrier are chosen such that subcarrier are orthogonal to each other. That is, subcarrier is chosen such that this is orthogonal to each other. That is one another. Then next it is given to a guard band insertion. In the interference ഒഴിവാക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി ഒരു guard band insertion എന്ന ബ്ലോക്കിലേക്ക് പോകും. Next, final modulator. Then to antenna. transmission is working. So binary stream of data is first quantized, analog video, that is analog audio signal ഉണ്ടാവും. The analog audio and video signal are first sampled, then quantized and converted into binary stream. This binary stream is given to an MPEG encoding, where MPEG 2 type of compression technique happens, and the output of the MPEG, which is a compressed signal, compressed binary stream, is given to a splitter. The output of splitter is 2 type, STTV and SDTV. Compared to both this, STTV is stronger than STTV. So, in the reception side, if the STTV is weaker signal, the user can switch to STTV, and STTV output is given for packet identification. Here, in the packet the packet is identified, and the sequence in the packet get decorrelated to avoid the burst error, and the output is given to first encoder followed by first interleaver, second encoder, second interleaver, and it is modulated for data bits, and the output of this modulator is given to an OFDM, which uses 2K, 4K, 8K subcarrier, and the subcarrier is chosen such that they are orthogonal to one another, and output of the OFDM is given to a guard band insertion to avoid the interference while transmission, and output of the guard band insertion is given to a final modulator, where final modulation is done and it is transmitted by using an antenna. This is a DVB transmitter side. The transmitted signal is nothing but an RF signal, radio frequency signal. And here in the DVB receiver side, receiver side we receive in a signal RF signal. RF signal is received. Here in the receiver side we have synchronization pulse. This synchronization pulse enables the receiver to identify the synchronization pulse, identify beginning of blocks and frames. We have studied about the frame content, like start of frame and end of frame. So, in the receiver side, RF signal is received. In the receiver has synchronization pulses, which enables the receiver to identify the beginning of block അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ഫ്രെയിമിന്റെ start of frame identify ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടി ഒരു synchronization pulse is there in the receiver. Here we have pilots which determines the frequency shift due to Doppler effect. So in the receiver side, RF signal we receive and we have synchronization pulse. This synchronization pulse identifies the beginning of blocks and frames, and we have pilots which determine the frequency shift and due to the Doppler effect. This is about the receiver. So DVB is nothing but digital video broadcasting system. DVB is 3 internationally accepted standard on DVB. 3 types in DVB-S, which is satellite. In that also there are 2, S and S2. S2 is the second generation, which provide high definition quality vision, and S is the standard first generation, which is normal quality using dish TV, DTH like that, and DVB-C is the cable for first generation, and C2 is the second generation, which provide HD quality, normal quality, and DVB-T and T2, which is the terrestrial using T antenna, and it provide only one channel, that is Doordarshan, and T2 means one or more channel with no internet or no dish. And this is DVB transmitter. Transmitter again, analog audio and video signal are converted into sampled and condensed and converted into binary stream, and it is given to an MPEG coding. ഈ MPEG coding at MPEG 2 technique ആണ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, which is followed by splitter. Splitter രണ്ട് ടൈപ്പ് ആയിട്ട് ഡിവൈഡ് ചെയ്യും. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് SDTV ആയിട്ട് സ്പ്ലിറ്റ് ചെയ്യും, ഒന്ന് SDTV ആയിട്ട് സ്പ്ലിറ്റ് ചെയ്യും. ഈ SDTV എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ സ്ട്രോങ്ങർ ദാൻ HDTV സിഗ്നൽ, HDTV ആയിരിക്കും. അതായത് ഇറ്റ്സ് എ സ്ട്രോങ് സിഗ്നൽ കമ്പയർ ടു HDTV. സോ റിസീവർ have an option. If HDTV signal weak ആണെങ്കിൽ receiver can switch to, or user can switch to SDTV. So HDTV is followed by packet identification, which decorrelate the sequence in the packet to avoid the error burst, and it is followed by a first encoder, then first interleaver, second encoder, second interleaver, then modulation for data bit, then OFDM, which uses the carrier 2K, 8K or 4K for frequency division multiplexing, then followed by guard band insertion to avoid the interference. And next is what to the final modulator and to the antenna. This is about the DVB transmitter, and talking about the DVB receiver, we have an RF radio frequency received signal and synchronization pulses in the receiver to identify the beginning of blocks and frames. And we have pilots which determine the frequency shift due to Doppler effect. This is about the DVB transmitter and receiver. Now about the modulation. We know that digital signal varna stream of rectangular pulses aanu. Zeros and ones aanu. So depending on the channel cara, that is as per the channel care, depending on channel characteristics, many these bits can be combined to form symbols. So digital signal is nothing but this is a stream of rectangular pulses containing zeros and ones, and depending on the channel cara which is used for transmission, many these bits zeros and ones can be combined to form a symbol. So depending upon the channel characteristics, many zeros and ones can be, many bits which is zeros and ones can be combined to form symbol. This, on doing this, it increases the spectral efficiency of modulation. Spectral efficiency of modulation. അതായത് ഡിജിറ്റൽ സിഗ്നൽ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഇറ്റ്സ് ഒരു സ്ട്രീം ഓഫ് റെക്ടാങ്കുലർ പൾസസ് ആണ്, ഓഫ് സീറോസ് ആൻഡ് വൺസ് ആണ്. ഡിപ്പെൻഡിങ് അപ്പോൺ ദി ചാനൽ ക്യാരക്ടറിസ്റ്റിക്സ് മെനി ബിറ്റ്സ്, അതായത് സീറോസ് ഡിപ്പെൻഡിങ് അപ്പോൺ ദ ചാനലിന്റെ ക്യാരക്ടറിസ്റ്റിക്സ് അനുസരിച്ചിട്ട് ഈ സീറോസ് ആൻഡ് വൺസ് നമുക്ക് കമ്പൈൻ ചെയ്യാം ടു ഫോം സിമ്പിൾ. ഇങ്ങനെ കമ്പൈൻ ചെയ്യുന്നതിൽ വി ഇംപ്രൂവ് ദ സ്പെക്ട്രൽ എഫിഷ്യൻസി ഓഫ് മോഡുലേഷൻ. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു മോഡുലേറ്ററിന്റെ സ്പെക്ട്രൽ എഫിഷ്യൻസി ഇൻക്രീസ് ചെയ്യും. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ബൈ കമ്പൈനിങ് many bits into symbols. So we use filtering to limit the bandwidth. ഇങ്ങനെ ബാൻഡ്വിഡ്ത്ത് ലിമിറ്റ് ചെയ്തതിൽ അതായത് ഈ ഫിൽറ്ററിങ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് നമ്മൾ എന്തെന്ന് ഒരു സിഗ്നലിന് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ബാൻഡ് ലിമിറ്റ് ചെയ്യും. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് filtering will be required, or filtering, by doing filtering it limit the required bandwidth. By doing so, that bandwidth നമ്മൾ limit ചെയ്യുന്നതിൽ it result in overlapping between successive symbols, and this is known as ISI, that is inter-symbol interference. So as we have said, depending upon the channel, many bits can be combined into symbols. This improves the spectral efficiency of modulator. So we are doing filtering which band limit the signal. അപ്പം ഈ ബാൻഡ് ലിമിറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്ത്, അതായത് ബാൻഡ് വിഡ്ത്തിനെ നമ്മൾ ബാൻഡ് ലിമിറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നു. ഒരു ലോ പാസ് ഫിൽറ്ററിലൂടെ പാസ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് വി ആർ ബാൻഡ് ലിമിറ്റിംഗ് ദ ബാൻഡ് വിഡ്ത്ത്. ഓൺ ഡൂയിങ് ദിസ് there will be overlapping between symbols. ഈ നമ്മൾ കമ്പൈൻ ചെയ്ത സിമ്പിൾസ് തമ്മിൽ there will be overlapping between symbols. This is what we said, that ISI, which is nothing but inter-symbol interference. ഈ ISI ഒഴിവാക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി we follow Nyquist criteria. അതായത് overlapping between symbols ഒഴിവാക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി we follow Nyquist criteria, which is nothing but Fs should be greater than 2 times Fm. So the most commonly used filter എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ raised cosine filter is used here, which is also known as Nyquist filter. This filter is characterized by its roll-off factor, which define steepness. So talking about the modulation, digital signal is a stream of rectangular pulses which contain zeros and ones. Depending upon the channel, we combine the zeros and ones into a symbols, and we do filtering here to band limit the or to limit the bandwidth. By doing so, there will be overlapping between the successive symbols. This overlapping is known as inter-symbol interference. And to avoid this inter-symbol interference, we follow Nyquist criteria. For this, we are using raised cosine filter, which is Nyquist filter, and it is determined by its roll-off factor, where roll-off factor determines its steepness. And for a signal with a symbol period T, bandwidth P, occupied after Nyquist filtering, roll-off factor is given by one plus alpha into 1 by 2t. So this is about the modulation. The modulation that the digital signals stream of rectangular pulses on, that is zeros and one. These zeros and one depending upon the channel can be combined into form symbols. These symbols we do filtering. So filtering low pass filter it will band limit the bandwidth. So angana bandwidth band limit there will be overlapping between symbols. So this result in inter-symbol interference. Inter-symbol interference we sample Nyquist criteria or Nyquist criteria. In Nyquist criteria, here we use raised cosine filter, so which is also known as Nyquist filter. Here we consider the roll-off factor, which determine the steepness. So, consider symbol with its symbol period T and bandwidth B occupied after Nyquist filtering. So, the roll-off factor is given by, that is alpha. Roll-off factor is nothing but alpha is given by B equal to 1 plus alpha into 1 by 2t, where B is the bandwidth which is obtained after Nyquist filtering, alpha is the roll-off factor. So the equation is B equal to 1 plus alpha into 1 by 2t. V is the bandwidth which is obtained after Nyquist filtering, and T is the time period, alpha is the roll-off factor. This is about the modulation. Basic thing about